Welcome to Painting with Nedwin. How you doing? I'm Nedwin Gall, but you can call me Ned. This week on Painting with Nedwin, we'd like to start our series on the basics of painting. Before you can begin painting, you need to know about the proper tools and materials. We'll start with the pigments. First, there's the yellow. Now, you could sit there all day with your mortar and pestle, grinding up mustard seeds, or you could go down to your local grocer and pick up some Frenchies. Or some Gouldens if you prefer. But none of that gray poo-poo stuff. It's got the little brown things in it that get stuck in your brush. It's a mess. Then, there's the most radiant of color, the most robust. There's the red. Now, in order to get a proper red, you need to go straight to the source and get it as fresh as possible so as not to coagulate on your brush. Now, my favorite sauce is bison, but you just can't go down to your local supermarket and buy some. So, we'll use the next best thing. Tomato ketchup, Heinz 57. Now we come to my favorite flavor, color, blue. In order to get a good blue, you gotta start with some fresh, ripe, succulent blueberries. Now, you pick some blueberries, and then we add Nedwin's special ingredient. It's a watery, viscous, colorless fluid that aids in the tasting, chewing, and digestion of food, like so. And you got your blue. Now, we got the pigments. We got to talk about how to get it onto the canvas. So we got to talk about tools. Let me tell you about my tool. It's long, rigid, hollow, and spews paint when you blow on the end. Let's start painting. Now, I like to start with the background washes because it's what you do first. And I like to start with the sky. It gives me a feeling of openness and sincerity. We'll start with a little bit of blue and a little bit of water for the proper consistency. That's lovely. Next, we do the earth tones. For the earth tones, I like to use a little bit of yellow, a dabble of red, and a smattering of blue. The water. Marvelous. Now we need to do the detail work. For that, for the grass, the flowers, the trees, and the burning giraffes. For this, we need a special tool. Le Rodin à la rigueur. A dead rat. Okay, here we go. Alouette, jante, alouette. A little bit of yellow. Alouette, jante, foule. A little bit more here. Marvelous. Voila. Magnifique. Another brush stroke and it would be ruined. Let me show it to you. Here we see a perfect example of spittle couleur painting at its most exquisite and utmost best. Notice the smooth flowing lines, the subtle shades of color, the chiaroscuro, the composition and balance, the naked duality of life in all of its complexity of simplicity. Now, you folks at home, don't be too discouraged if you don't get results as beautiful as this on your first try. After all, this is my second. Just remember, we're doing this for fun. Now, remember, keep your mind open, your mouth full, and your lips pressed firmly against the end of your tool, and blow, blow, blow. Next week, on Painting with Nedwin, we will be exploring the art world further with a look at gastrointestinal impressionism of the 17th century. Till then, Happy painting!